So continuing Lizardmen turn 2, I do declare the charges. I was just able to see the back of that fairly large plague priest, plague furnace with the priest and everything. And by charging my skinks with the Croxiger, which is in the top left of this super blurry picture, up to the clan rats he had to defend its right flank, left from my perspective, I was able to clear enough that the 14-inch charge of the cold ones just barely wheeled enough to get by the back of my unit and slam into the side of the plague priest. So big pile up here. And the way that fight ends up going in the magic phase, I get Portna far off on the skinks unit, and I was able to kill some of the rats, and generally I didn't expect to win that fight. I was hoping to last long enough to give these two units a chance to scrub everything off the furnace and then hopefully kill the furnace. So that basically happens. They fight to no decision. The skinks and Croxiger and the clan rats do. I do a lot of damage and kill off over half of the plague monks. He ends up with only a few left. And the toughness tests that the plague sensor forces on me, I have 4 or better, and I make all of them. We ended up fighting, I think, 4 rounds of combat before this goes away, and in that entire 4 rounds I lost maybe 2 guys total, 2 or 3 guys total from the fumes. I was rolling like a demon on my toughness test. So, and on the shooting on the right side of that battle, the salamanders spit at the unit of clan rats that had the other plague priest. One of the salamanders hit it, did at least 1 wound, and caused him to panic and run. I actually think I killed, I landed right across the whole thing. I hit 16 of them, 8 automatic, 8 partials, 7 of the 8 partials hit, and so I'm rolling this big pile of dice, and I get 4 wounds or something small like that. Not enough to cause a 25% test, but any wounds cause panic test, he fails. The other one does not spit. It eats 3 of my skinks, which forces me also to take a panic test because I lost 25% of that unit. I passed mine, however. Okay, so this simple little drawing I made is how things look at the end, or beginning of Saven turn 3. On his turn, he declares several charges. The clan rat unit number 4 and Doomwheel both charge the salamanders. The clan rat unit 1 with the general charges the skink skirmishers. I flee. The skink skirmishers run a grand total of 2 inches and end up 9 3/4 inches away from the clan rats and are thus caught and run down. The salamanders run away from the clan rat unit, not the Doomwheel, because the clan rat's biggest. And because we were playing the Doomwheel chooses its direction at the beginning of compulsory and then rolls, it was charging at where the salamanders were now, not where they end up, so ends up going right by them. Not that ends up helping much in the long run. He does rally the clan rat unit 3 and just turns it to face kind of the skink rocks cold one direction. So here then is how things look at the end of Lizardmen turn 3. All I did was rally my salamanders, and my flyers flew down right behind the general's unit. So the big thing's happening is here in the middle. You'll see by this point on his turn 3, the sensor finally got to go and actually killed off a few of my guys. He's striking first now, but he's no longer frenzied, so he just isn't really doing enough damage. And I killed all but 2 remaining plague monks. At this point, the champion is dead, so he's got the musician and the standard bearer left, and that's it. The challenge that my general has been in with his plague priest finally ends on this turn. He did a wound to me in the beginning. I just whiffed my attacks, and this turn I finally on my turn, my half of turn 3, kill off the plague priest as well. So on his turn 4, he's just not going to have a lot left to do. Okay, so on turn 4, you see not a great deal has changed. My Salamanders has rallied. What he does on this turn is that Doom Wheel turns around and challenges the Salamanders. There's no way for me to really get away this time, so they take it, hoping to get really lucky. If I run, I'm gone anyways, and I'm mostly just hoping to occupy him. I'm hoping he doesn't kill everything, but that they break and run away, and the Doom Wheel is just out of the game by chasing me. His Clan Rat Unit 4 turns around to get ready to charge the flank of the Saurus unit to see if it can. And the Clan Rat Unit 1 starts moving down to get ready to charge the back of the Skink Kroxiger unit. The Skerox, I think I've seen it called, is what I used here. And the hand-to-hand fighting goes as such. You can see that there are less skinks in my Skinks Kroxiger unit now. They're down to, they've been losing a couple. That battle has ended up with either as a push or as me losing by 1 and making the roll each turn. As you see, the priest is gone, all the surroundings are gone, and we weren't sure how this would happen. Normally when things are killed, you slide units to stay in touch. So in this case, would the now immobile Plague Furnace slide left so it's still touching both of my units, or would the cavalry move right and thus block, as would happen, so it would be completely blocked. If when I kill the thing, that the cavalry would be blocking the Sauruses. We weren't sure. We D6'd it. We decided that the Saurus unit was going to be blocked by the Cav who moved in as they killed off Plague Monks. Noticed where the rallied Clan Rat unit is behind this. That makes a big difference here in a minute. As expected, the Doom Wheel does just run down and absolutely destroy my guys. He gets almost off that hill he was on, that the Salamanders were on. One of my mages can still see the tail end of him for long-range pot shots with Urkon's Thunderbolt, but the one time I finally got the spell off, because he was now starting to run low on mages, I of course couldn't wound it at all, so I needed to wound on 6s. No armor save, but just didn't get any wounds in, so there you go. Okay, so Lizardmen turn 4. I had destroyed that Plague Monk unit, and the end of the Saven turn, my Skink Kroxiger unit finally broke and was run down. And that actually worked out for me, because now the Clan Rat unit that destroyed the Skinks and Kroxiger is blocking the Clan Rat unit that otherwise would be facing kind of my left, from my left side. So what I'm going to do is, my Cold Ones can see, my Cold Ones also lost a couple guys in that final Plague unit, lost 2 of them in fact, and my Saurus unit lost another one as well, so I don't have as many people. My Cold Ones declare a charge into that Clan Rat unit that had set up to help the Skink Kroxiger, and because of that, he should have seen this coming but didn't, and he left his flank exposed. So I'm going to get to charge 3 Cold Ones, just enough to break ranks into the flank of his Clan Rat unit, and that goes fairly well for me. They do a fair amount of damage, wipe out the side facing them. He loses by a lot and is run down when he tries to run away. My Saurus unit just turns around to face the imminent charge of the Clan Rat unit.